This is chapter number 12, electricity of class 10th. Okay, so in the first part, we'll be discussing few topics: electrical circuit, electric current, electric potential and the potential difference, Ohm's law, resistance, okay, then the verification of Ohm's law with the help of an experiment, and symbols of some electric components. Okay, we'll try to finish off 2 or 3 topics in part 1. The rest topics we'll take it in the next part, that is part number 2. The first topic is electrical circuit. Electrical circuit is closed and continuous path of electric current. Okay, that is, it is a closed circuit in which the current is continuously flowing. So this closed and continuous path of electric current, we call it as electrical circuit. So electric circuit is closed and continuous path of electric current. That is, the circuit is closed, and in that closed circuit, the current is continuously flowing. Let's discuss about switch. Okay, switch or a key. Okay, switch or the key. It is the conducting link between the electric cell and the bulb. Okay, if you have to put on the bulb, you put it switch on. So switch or key is the link. It is the conducting link, okay, between the electric cell, that is between the source of electric current from where the electric current is flowing, between the source of electric current and the electric bulb or any of the electrical components. So switch can be defined as, it is the conducting link between the cell and the bulb. So if you want to glow the bulb, you will put it switch on. So it is the conducting link between the cell and the bulb, or it may be between the cell or between the source of current and any of the electrical component. Okay, then the next topic is electric current. Electric current is defined as the rate of flow of electric charges. Okay, that is, in a conducting wire, when the current is passing, the charges are flowing from one end to the other. So this rate of flow of charges, that is the charge flown per unit time, we call it as the electric current. So electric current can be defined as rate of flow of electric charges, that is the charge flown per unit time, we call it as electric current. Okay, and it is denoted by a symbol I, which is equal to, according to the definition, charge flown per unit time. The symbol for the charge is capital Q, or you can represent it by small q, charge flown per unit time. So the current is given by I is equal to Q upon T. The SI unit of current is, okay, current we can represent it by I. SI unit of current is ampere. In order to honor the scientist, its unit is taken as ampere. Okay, where 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb of charge flown for 1 second. So 1 ampere is the current when 1 coulomb of charge flows for 1 second. So 1 ampere can be defined as when 1 coulomb of charge flows for 1 second through a conducting wire, we say that the current is 1 ampere. So this is how we define the unit of current. Okay, this is the definition of unit of current. Okay, now the unit of charge is coulomb, where 1 coulomb is equal to the flow of 6 into 10 raised to the power 18 electrons. If 6 into 10 raised to the power 18 electrons flow through a wire, then we say that the charge flown is 1 coulomb. So 1 coulomb is equivalent to the flow of 6 into 10 raised to the power 18 electrons. From here we can find out the charge on 1 electron. What will be the charge on 1 electron? Charge on 1 electron will be equal to 1 upon 6 into 10 raised to the power 18. Okay, so the charge on 1 electron will be equal to 1 upon 6 into 10 raised to the power 18. When calculated, this comes out to be 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, as it is the electron, so the charge will be negative. Okay, that is the charge on one electron is minus 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, so this is the charge on one electron. When small amount of current has to be measured, smaller units of current are taken. Okay, SI unit of current is ampere. But when small currents have to be measured, smaller units of the current are taken like milliampere, microampere. Okay, milliampere is written as milliampere, where 1 milliampere is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 3 ampere. 1 milliampere is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 3 ampere. Okay, even smaller current is there. Then it is measured in microampere. This is a Greek symbol called as mu. Okay, it is called as mu and it denotes micro, 1 microampere, which is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 6 ampere. So these are the smaller units of current. Okay, whenever small current is flowing, then we need smaller units to represent current like milliampere. 1 milliampere is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 3 ampere. 1 microampere is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 6 ampere. Okay, now the current is a scalar quantity. That is, it has got only magnitude, no direction. So current is a scalar quantity. Current is scalar quantities. What are scalar quantities? Which have got only magnitude, no direction. Such quantities we call it as the scalar quantity. So they are added or subtracted by simple algebraic addition or subtraction. Okay, by simple algebraic operations they are added or subtracted. Okay, so current is a scalar quantity, that is, it has got only magnitude, no direction. But the conventional direction of current, okay, the conventional direction of current we take opposite to the flow of electrons. Okay, so conventional direction of current we take, okay, because positive and negative terminals changed, okay, they are reversed, then the direction of the current will be opposite. So that is why we take conventional direction of current, which is opposite to the flow of electrons. That is, in any external circuit, it is from positive to the negative terminal. Okay, so this is all about electric current. Electric current, how we define it? The rate of flow of electric charges, that is the charges flown per unit time, we call it as electric current. So what is the formula for the current? Current is equal to charge flown per unit time. I is equal to Q upon T, where Q is the charge and T is the time. SI unit of current is taken as ampere. Okay, in order to honor the scientist Andrew Ampere, its unit is taken as ampere. What is this? 1 ampere equals to 1 coulomb of charge flows for 1 second. Then we say that the electric current is 1 ampere. So 1 ampere is the current in a circuit when 1 coulomb of charge flows for 1 second. Okay, and what is this coulomb? Coulomb is the unit of charge, which is equivalent to 6 into 10 raised to the power 18 electrons. Okay, if these many electrons flow in a circuit, then we say that how much charge has flown? 1 coulomb of charge has flown. So 1 coulomb is equivalent to 6 into 10 raised to the power 18 electrons. So from here we can find out the charge on 1 electron. The charge on 1 electron will be equal to 1 coulomb upon 6 into 10 raised to the power 18. Okay, which when calculated, it comes out to be 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, as it is an electron, so this charge will be negative. Okay, so the charge on 1 electron is minus 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, then we discuss about the nature of this quantity. Current is a scalar quantity. That is, it has got only magnitude, no direction. Current has only magnitude, no direction. But the conventional direction of the current is taken opposite to the flow of electrons. That is, in any external circuit, okay, outside the cell, it is flowing from positive to the negative terminal in the external circuit. Okay, that is, outside the cell, it flows from positive to the negative terminal. Electric circuit is closed and continuous path of electric current. Okay, that is, the circuit is closed, key is closed, okay, and the current is continuously flowing in that electric circuit. It is a closed path, that we call it as the electric circuit. Okay, in this electric circuit, the electric current is flowing, which can be measured by an instrument called as ammeter. So ammeter is an instrument which measures electric current. So it is an instrument which measures electric current in a circuit. Okay, and ammeter is always connected in series in an electric circuit. Now series means one after the other, all the components are connected. Such a combination, we call it as the series combination. So it is connected in series in a circuit. That is one after the other. Okay, why it is connected in series? Because it has got very low resistance. Okay, resistance we are going to study after this topic. Okay, resistance. Resistance means opposition to the flow of electric current. It is connected in series in a circuit because its resistance is very low. Okay, because its resistance is very low. So that is why it is connected in series in an electrical circuit. Okay, and the electrical symbol of an ammeter is, we draw a circle in which capital A is written. Okay, these are the connecting wires through which it is connected in an electrical circuit. Okay, and it has got positive and negative terminal. The positive terminal of the ammeter will be always connected to the positive side of the cell or the battery. Negative terminal of the ammeter will be always connected to the negative terminal or the negative side of the battery. Let us draw one schematic diagram. Let us take here a single cell. This is the symbol for an electric cell. Two parallel lines, one longer and the other shorter. The longer one is the positive terminal. The shorter one is the negative terminal. Okay, it is connected to a bulb. Let this is an electric bulb. Okay, and also we have to always connect a switch or a key, which is the link between the cell and the bulb. Okay, if we put a dot in between, it means the key is closed, the switch is closed, and the electric current is continuously flowing. Okay, also to measure the electric current through this bulb, we connect one ammeter. Ammeter is connected in series, that is one after the other. Okay, so this is a schematic circuit diagram which consists of an electric cell, a key, a bulb, and an ammeter. Okay, now here we have to mention the positive and the negative terminals of the ammeter. Positive terminal of the cell will be connected to the positive side of the ammeter. Okay, and the negative of the ammeter will be connected towards the negative of the ammeter. So here you can see that the ammeter is connected in series. Also, let's draw the conventional direction of current. Conventional direction of current is, in the external circuit, it is from positive to the negative terminal. So this is the conventional direction of current. Okay, so ammeter is a device which measures the electric current in an electrical circuit. Okay, it is always connected in series in a circuit because its resistance is low. And this is a diagram, circuit diagram, in which we have shown that the ammeter is connected in series. Okay, in your NCERT book, there is a solved example, example 12.1 given on page number 200. Page 200, example 8.1. Okay, a current of 0.5 amperes is drawn by an filament. So let's write down a current of 0.5 amperes. So what is given? Current is given. How much? 0.5 amperes. Is drawn by a filament of an electric bulb for 10 minutes. Time is given as 10 minutes. Find the amount of electric charge that flows through the circuit. You have to find out the amount of charge. We know that current is equal to charge flown per unit time. So from here, charge is equal to current into time. Okay, so all these should be in SI units. The SI unit of current is ampere. SI unit of time is seconds. Okay, so here we'll convert 10 minutes in seconds. We know that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So 10 minutes is equal to 10 into 60, that is 600 seconds. Now we can substitute in this formula. So we'll get the charge in coulombs. I here is given is 0.5 into time here is 600 seconds. So on solving it, we get the answer to be 300. This is the charge we are finding out. So we'll write out the SI unit of charge, which is coulombs. So the charge flown through the circuit is 300 coulombs. Okay, then there are few questions, unsolved questions given on page number 200 only. Question number 1 is, what does electric circuit mean? Electric circuit, as we have discussed, it is the closed and continuous path of electric current. Okay, the closed and continuous path of electric current, we call it as an electric circuit. The question number 2 is, define the unit of current. Okay, here it is not asked that what is the unit of current. Define the unit of current. We know that the unit of current is ampere. So here we have to define 1 ampere. So 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb of charge flown for 1 second. So when 1 coulomb of charge flows for 1 second, then we say that the current is 1 ampere. So 1 ampere is the current when 1 coulomb of charge flows for 1 second. The third one is, calculate the number of electrons constituting 1 coulomb of charge. Okay, number of electrons which constitutes 1 coulomb of charge. 1 coulomb of charge we know is equivalent to how many electrons? 6 into 10 raised to the power 18 electrons. So 1 coulomb of charge is equal to 6 into 10 raised to the power 18 electrons. Next topic is electric potential. Okay, electric potential. It is defined as the amount of work done, okay, in bringing a unit charge from infinity to a point in the electric field. For any charge, there will be some region of space, okay, in which its force can be experienced, in which its electric force can be experienced. Okay, for example, this is Q charge. There will be some region of space around this charge in which its force can be experienced. This electrostatic force can be experienced, or you can say the electric force can be experienced. This region of space, we call it as the electric field. Now, any charge which has to be unit charge, which has to be brought from infinity to a point in the electric field, some work has to be done. This work done per unit charge, we call it as the electrostatic potential or the electric potential. Okay, so here we can define electric potential as the work done in bringing a unit charge from infinity to a point in the electric field. This we call it as the electric potential. Okay, whereas the electric potential difference will define the electric potential difference in an electrical circuit. Okay, in an electrical circuit, the current is continuously flowing. Why we define the electric circuit as it is the closed and continuous path of electric current. Let there is a wire connected in electrical circuit. Let this wire is made up of any conducting material. Let the wire is AB. Okay, when will we say that the current is flowing? When the charge is not flowing from one point to the other, then only we say that the current is flowing. Okay, now by itself, if the conducting wire is placed like this, the charges will not flow from one point to the other. Okay, some potential difference has to be applied between these 2 points. Okay, if the conducting wire is placed like this, it is not connected in an electrical circuit. Both the points will be at the same electric potential. Okay, that is, there is no potential difference between the 2 points. And the charges will start flowing whenever the potential difference is applied. And when can the potential difference be applied? If we connect it to the terminals of a cell. This is the positive terminal, this is the negative terminal. When we connect this AB wire, okay, let it is made up of some conducting material. This AB wire is connected to positive terminal of the cell. Okay, so this comes at higher potential. The negative terminal is at lower potential as B end of the wire is connected to the negative potential, negative terminal. So B is at lower potential. Okay. So now this point, A end of the wire, conducting wire is at a higher potential. B end of the conducting wire is at a lower potential. So there is some potential difference between these 2 points, between the ends of the wire. Now the charges will start flowing and we say that the current flows. So the current only flows whenever there is a potential difference between any 2 points in an electrical circuit. No potential difference, no current will flow. So how can we define this potential difference? Potential difference is defined as work done in moving a unit charge from one point to another. From one point to another in an electrical circuit. Okay, so electrical potential difference is defined as work done in moving a unit charge from one point to another in an electrical circuit. Okay, so this work done per unit charge, we call it as potential difference. So potential difference is equal to work done per unit charge. Okay, so the formula for the potential difference is work done in moving a unit charge from one point to other. So the potential difference, which is represented by V, is equal to work done per unit charge. Okay, potential or the potential difference, both are represented by the symbol capital V. So potential difference is work done in moving a unit charge from one point to another in an electrical circuit. So the formula of it is work done per unit charge. Okay, now any physical quantity we define, we have to write its SI unit. Its SI unit is SI unit of potential difference is volt. Okay, again, in order to honor the scientist Volta, its unit is taken as volt. So the SI unit of potential difference or potential is volt. Okay, this is also represented by the symbol capital V. Now let us define 1 volt. 1 volt is equal to how much? When 1 coulomb of charge is moved from one point to other, how much work should be done? 1 joule of work is done. So 1 volt of potential difference is 1 joule upon 1 coulomb. 1 volt is the potential difference. 1 volt is the potential difference when 1 joule of work is done, when 1 joule of work is done in moving 1 coulomb of charge, in moving 1 coulomb of charge from one point to another, from one point to another in an electrical circuit. And now we have to discuss whether it is a scalar or a vector quantity. Nature of this quantity, it is a scalar quantity, that is, it has got only magnitude, no direction. So the potential or the potential difference is a scalar quantity, that is, it has got only magnitude, no direction. So whenever we discuss any physical quantity, its definition, formula, SI unit, define that unit and the nature of the quantity. So the potential difference is a scalar quantity. Voltmeter is a device which measures the potential difference between any 2 points in an electrical circuit. So voltmeter is a device, is an instrument which measures potential difference between 2 points in an electrical circuit. Voltmeter is an instrument which measures potential difference between 2 points in an electrical circuit. Okay, and voltmeter is always connected in parallel in an electrical circuit. Voltmeter will be connected in parallel between the points where the potential difference has to be measured. So it is connected in parallel. Why? Because its resistance is very high. Resistance is very high. So that is why it has to be connected in parallel in an electrical circuit. Okay, and the electrical symbol of voltmeter is in a circle, V is written. One end of the voltmeter will be marked as positive, the other end will be marked as negative. Now let's see one circuit diagram in which we'll connect voltmeter in parallel. Okay, there is a bulb across which we have to measure the potential difference, and also we have to measure the current through this bulb. So what do we need? Which device provides the potential difference? The cell gives the potential difference. The cell provides the potential difference. Okay, so here, which device provides the potential difference in an electrical circuit? This is the cell or the battery which provides the potential difference. Okay, and here you can connect a switch or a key, an ammeter, which is connected in series. Now between these 2 points, that is across the bulb, we have to measure the potential difference. So here we connect a voltmeter, and this voltmeter will be connected in parallel in an electrical circuit. So this is the positive terminal of the cell. This is the negative terminal. The positive of the voltmeter will be connected towards the positive side of the battery, negative towards the negative side. The same way, positive of the ammeter towards the positive side, negative of the ammeter towards the negative side of the battery. So this is a schematic diagram which has a number of electrical components: a cell, a key, a bulb, a voltmeter, an ammeter. Here, one more important thing to be noted down, that the cell or battery provides potential difference in an electrical circuit. Provides potential difference in an electrical circuit. So the potential difference is provided by a cell or a battery in an electrical circuit. So due to this cell or battery only, there will be some potential difference between these 2 points A and B. Okay, if the cell or battery is not connected, both the points will be at the same potential and the current will not flow. Current will only flow whenever there is a potential difference. This point is at a higher potential, B point is at a lower potential. So there is a potential difference. So that is why the current flows. So which instrument is providing the potential difference? Cell or the battery is providing the potential difference, but the potential difference is measured by voltmeter. Okay, example 12.2 based on potential difference is given on page number 202. Okay, this is a solved example. How much work is done in moving a charge of 2 coulomb? How much work is done? That is, you have to determine the work in moving a charge of 2 coulomb. So Q is given as 2 coulomb, having a potential difference of 12 volts. The potential difference is given as 12 volts. So we know that the formula which relates these three is potential difference is work done per unit charge. So as you have to find out the work done should be equal to potential difference into the charge. Now before substituting in this formula, you should see that all these are in SI units. Okay, V is in volts, SI unit, Q is in coulombs, which is also the SI unit. Now you can substitute it over here. 12 into 2, 24. What are you finding out? Work done. And what is the SI unit of work? Joules. So the work done is equal to 24 joules. Now there are 3 unsolved questions given on the same page. Question number 1 is, okay, unsolved questions. Name a device that helps to maintain a potential difference across a conductor. What is the device which helps to give the potential difference, which helps to maintain the potential difference? It is the cell or battery. Second one is, what is meant by saying that the potential difference between 2 points is 1 volt? Okay, so what do you mean by 1 volt? When 1 joule of work is done in moving a charge of 1 coulomb from one point to another. Okay, so 1 volt is the potential difference when 1 joule of work is done in moving a charge of 1 coulomb from one point to another. Third one is, how much energy is given to each coulomb of charge passing through a 6 volt battery? How much energy? Here you have to find out the energy. We know that work done is equivalent to energy. Energy is the ability to do work. So here it is the electrical energy. Electrical energy will be the ability to do electrical work. So this energy is equivalent to work only. Okay. Each coulomb of charge. So the charge is given as each coulomb means 1 coulomb through a 6-volt battery. Okay. The potential difference of the battery is given as 6 volts. So let us find out the work done. Work done is equal to the energy spent. So here the work done is equal to V into Q. That is 6 into 1. Work done is equal to 6 joule. And this work done is equal to the energy spent. And hence the energy is equal to 6 joules. Okay, now the next topics, Ohm's law, resistance, experimental verification of Ohm's law, and the symbols of electrical components we'll study in the next part, that is part number 2. So in order to watch the next part, kindly subscribe to the channel and keep watching. Thank you.